Hello everybody. This video is actually the first of two videos, a two-part video of this fish. This first video is where I take all the broken up pieces, and I'm saying 24, but I think it's more like 26 because there were some pieces in there I forgot about. But I go through the whole process of what I do to get this whole thing together, put it onto a backer board and fill it up and with concrete patch and all that stuff. It's probably, since I don't do things as fast as I used to, it's about a 4-week process for me. But here's the first part. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, that took quite a while. I've got some extra pieces here, some that obviously do not go to this fish. This one I think goes to another fish. I've got more fish out in the other garage. I've got extra pieces here. They go somewhere. Those pieces that fit on top, like this one. Jesus. Well, for crying out loud. Where it's got some backbone in it. So, if I want to, I can save this, glue it back on, and save some of this backbone. Have a better positive. But whether I do that or not, I do not know. But it appears to be missing a piece here. I'm not sure why it's cut at an angle and so close to the tip of the fish is right here. So they don't give me much room. And why this is at an angle, I don't know. We all have our differences when we're doing stuff, but I want a fish in enough rock where I can square it up and put it on a wall or frame it or whatever. But no, I was not expecting this so freaking many pieces. So this is going to be 3 times the job I thought it was going to be. But like I said, I'll do what I can. I'm on to another project. Well, I guess the first thing I'm going to do is take these 2 pieces here, glue those together. They not the best fit. There's pieces missing. There's going to be a lot of repair on this dang thing. But I'm going to take my thing. I put a mark here already, and see if I can get this chunk of rock off. Hopefully I can. I don't know. Let me readjust this baby. And then, hope for the best. Worked out pretty good. Whew, this one here is getting tough. Had to play with this piece here, or these 1, 2, 3, these 4 pieces glued together. To glue to these 2 pieces that were glued together was a bit tough, but finally it went together, or at least where I'm happy. So with this project and the project behind me with all these pieces, this is quite the job. It's a job just to get it ready to prep. Unless you want to consider this part of prep, but I don't, because Mother Nature didn't break this. I guess she did. Oh well, never mind what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. Alrighty then. These 2 pieces here, it says a lot of this fin here. A whole bunch of it actually, so I'm going to put that back on. And this piece here has some of this fin bone right here, so I'm going to put that on. Plus then it'll be the same level as that, actually a little higher, but it's better than being lower as far as I'm concerned. So I'm simply going to glue this tail part and the edge of that fish part. Some glue to hold the rock on. Before I clamp that, I'm going to glue this one on. It's got a lot of tailbone on it. Some of the rock. And then try to squeeze both those into place where they fit. Absolutely perfect. And then someday this piece will go on there, except it's got to go even higher. So that's going to be a tough one. But that'll give me a little bit more to glue onto, if nothing else. Keep those creepers round. Well, that figures. Jesus. Now it's stuck. My God, it's always freaking something. So I'll use that one there. And this is probably too big, but what the heck do I care? And there you have it. And that's got to wait another 24 hours. Lots of 24-hour waiting around here. Okay, till tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I got real lazy for a couple days and didn't do anything, so this stuff's been curing for a while, which is good. You can see this is a huge piece that got to come off. I like my fish to be on a nice smooth plate. Doesn't always happen, but if I can get that off, that'll come off. But the thing is, this layer here is very rugged. So whether this works or not, I just don't know. Where's my timeout? Jesus Christ. It helps if you got your tools where you need them. I've got 3 different prep stations in this little tiny garage, and this was simply over another one where I run hoses to run these tools. Anyways, I've got a line here. I don't know if it's perfect or not. Don't know if it's going to break or not, but here goes nothing. Oh, Jesus. That broke a lot easier than I thought, but boy, that's pretty good. Boy, that's beautifully flat. This is pretty rugged. Oh well, it's the way it goes. Man, too bad there's not a couple of shrimp fighting there. Oh well. So, that's nice and smooth, at least a lot smoother. So, woohoo! Liking that. On to the next step. I'm still working on putting this together. It's quite the job, to say the least. Anyways, I'm looking at this top stuff, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's missing some big divot right here, and this fin, I'm pretty sure that's a dorsal fin, is missing all these little bones right here. So this was the top piece right here. I cut this off. This has all the little fin bones in it, so that's going to go there. And I cut this out, and this is that little divot, so that'll fill that in. And I was looking at the tail. There's some tail stuff here on this piece. This piece is just flaked off. But what's going on here? It's like there's a fish laying directly on top of this fish. I mean, there's a backbone much smaller than this backbone, but I think I'm going to put this back on there, and I'll have to air scribe through whatever that little fish is to save this backbone for all this stuff right here and these tailbones right down here. So I'm going to do some gluing today. Well, geez, I've been gluing for 2 freaking weeks. Nothing but gluing. My life is nothing but glue. Okay, those 2 pieces are on there. I put weight on there after I glued because clamping makes for a stronger joint than not clamping. It's not really a clamp, but best I can do. Now that I'm going to take this tail end, which has another fish right on freaking top of it, but that fish will disappear. What I want to save is these vertebrae and all these tailbones. That's going to make for a heck of a mess for cleanup. But even though it's going to take longer, the fish itself will be better for it. And there it is. And a double Magakos crab concretion for weight. Yeah, just like that. Ta-da! This is the top half. This is the head of the fish, the mouth area. But all these big chunks of rock got to come off. This one's got to come off too, hopefully. But right now, I've still got to build some rock for this before I can do that, and then hope that it works. So, oh, for crying out loud. I've got 3 prep stations in this garage, so this was at a different station, which is just behind me. So anyways, I moved this over here, and now I'm going to hopefully take some of this rock off. Holy crikeys, that was easy. Get a load of that. This one is just starting to get rough here, so whether this one will come off or not as nicely, I sincerely doubt it. Actually, I think I'm going to draw a line here and then attack it. So I'll see you folks later. My lord, 2-1 perfect in a row. Man, look at that. Holy cow. Man, I wish everything was that easy. Anyways, plus now I got 2 more nice pieces of beautiful rock to build rock for, I don't know, whatever. Alright, yesterday my son cut this square out of this piece of rock here, which is not wanted. And I took that piece of square and I cut it into this shape right here. I've done a little bit of work with my little diamond blade cut off saw there with my little Fordham handpiece, and then I can show you over here. This is the piece I want to fill in, so that's going to go there, but it's going to take a bit of work, quite a bit of work actually. And I've got my sander with a 36 grit paper on there, really rough stuff. You put a knuckle on that, your knuckle is going to be bleeding for sure. Never mind. So I'm just going to go back and forth from the sander on this rock over here to the piece that I'm working on until it actually fits really good. Then I'm just going to glue it in and wait for 24 hours. And then I can turn this thing over to start taking more rock off, and then get this piece glued onto the other piece and have a one whole piece. Oh, and this piece, I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. That piece is going to go right there. That way I'll have a straight front. Okay, I'm going to get my butt to work. Man, this is taking forever. Alrighty then. After a good 50 minutes of going back and forth to the sander, back to here to dry fit it, that's a pretty good fit. So I got that, and then I'll actually get in someplace. Alright, I'm going to glue that in. Got my glue. Now for this piece. It's going to go right there. A little bit of sanding, a little bit of working. This is not a very good edge, but I'm going to make it better. So, first of all, to get rid of that little bump there. Bump's gone. Now I can sand that. Actually, I'll probably take this thing, see if I can faster and easier than sanding. Already fits pretty good, but we've got to make sure the other side is good, because that side won't be sanded. Oh, rocks are so freaking heavy. Okay, you can see that big gap. I gotta take a lot of this bottom stuff off. So I'll see you folks in a bit. I gotta get back to work. Okay, there it is. Not perfect, but it's a lot better than that big chunk being out of there. So I'm gonna glue this in, clamp it, and tomorrow I can put this big piece with the other big piece, and it's ready for some backing. That's what I like. So, got my shims in place. We'll also add a lot of strength to that too. Sorry folks, I need a bigger clamp. Good morning everybody. You can see the surface of this rock, which is mostly the same. I've still got these pieces to put in to rebuild that head and stuff. But this piece is way up by ½ an inch at least. It's glued right here, very thick, all the way down. This is barely glued. This is the piece I fit in there yesterday. Hopefully that'll help, but to take that off is almost the same as that, so this is going to be pretty iffy, but I'm going to try it anyways. If I gotta fix it somehow, I'll fix it somehow. But that big honky piece of rock just doesn't fit there. The way that it seems like it's stuck over there, I don't know if this broke right. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh shit. Cross your fingers, everybody. Oh, the glue isn't even. Oh, geez, that's not too bad. I gotta clean that glue up. Woo, mama. So I'm going to clean it up with some acetone. I will be back. Oh, and that was pretty good for the heck, I can't complain. Okay, that was quite the job. This piece and this piece separated by this line here. Goes through the fish, makes a turn, comes down here. Oh, it was a terrible, terrible fit. I was messing with it, got shims everywhere. This side's up a bit high, but I wanted this part here to be as good as it could possibly be, and it just was not fitting. It was terrible. So I took this tool, just barely had it going, and just barely took off some rock and a piece of fish right there. I mean, just a sliver, and boom, it went together as beautiful as pie. So that's got to cure for a day or two, then I'll glue it to this board. I put some plastic underneath here so that the glue doesn't go all the way through onto the board, so it goes onto the plastic, and this glue does not stick to plastic worth beans, so plastic comes in handy for that. Anyways, that's it for today. It's upside down now. It's all glued together. Believe you me, trying to move this thing around is pretty scary because I've broken so many fish doing that, having to re-glue and re-glue. As you can plainly see, there's a high spot right here. So I'm going to take that down so it fits onto the backer board a lot nicer, instead of this high spot where the whole rock just can rock back and forth. The whole rock can rock back and forth. Okay, no pun intended. Okay, it's going to get dustier than HE double toothpicks in here, but I'm going to use this grinder inside my garage, which I rarely do. My dust mask on, my glasses on. As you can see, it's a lot better, but it's still there. That is a dusty job. Oh wow, that's so much better. Jeez, that's so much nicer. That's so much nicer, it hurts. Okay, I'm going to dust everything off and then glue that thing to the backer board, which is right there. I went ahead and hit this again and brought it farther out and made it even more flatter. More flatter? More flat. Anyways, I realize this thing is just filthy from, I've never washed the back of this rock. I don't even know if I washed the front of it. So I thought I'd do a quick little wash. You want the glue is silicone right here. Excellent stuff for putting fish on the backer board. I mean excellent. If you wanted to get the fish off, you're going to break the rock getting it off. That's how good that stuff is. Just excellent. Alright, then bit of a towel dry. Look at that. Like them so. And then a bit of a speed dry. I've got the heater blowing on it too from over there across the room. It blows a lot of wind. That's going to take a good half hour to dry or so. So I'll see you guys later. Alright. This is going to be tricky. Oh, jeez. I've made an outline of right where the rock is going to lay. And I'm just going to simply hold that with one hand. I'm going to stay at least, hopefully 2 inches from the edge. Especially on that side. Alright, then set that down like so. Make sure it's right, my pencil stuff. Thanks to the U.S. Post Office, but I can use that box and some weight. This is the scary part. You put weight on, sometimes you break the fish. That's going to be, I got to clean this guy up. That's going to be a very expensive fossil, that one. And then it's a matter of letting that cure. my God. I was trying to set this down by my feet and I dropped it. I had a freaking heart attack. Look at that. Luckily, this is the only damage. So that was the low spot, which didn't have any glue, or well, didn't have enough glue. Well, we're going to take care of that right now, but first, a dry fit. How the hell did that go? It went like that. Man, I tell you, it's always something. So that's going to take a little bit of work. Won't bore you with that. Okay, catastrophe averted. A little too much glue, but I put some shims here because this is, I mean, I can get my fingers underneath there. There's such a big, huge gap there. So I put some shims there with some silicone on the bottom, silicone on the top. So when that goes down, it has a contact point, and then some shims over here with the same thing. And then I glued this and put it into place and clamped it. So I was hoping to fill the edges with some concrete patch, but that's not going to happen today. So off to a different project. Alright, mixed up half a cup of this concrete patch. Started going, poured it in here, and it's not near enough. So I'm going to let that sit so I don't have a blowout. I don't think I'm going to have a blowout. So, got to mix up some more patch. They say that 3 times a charm, but now that I've mixed up my third batch, not much, but a little bit in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But second batch still wasn't enough. Huh, it's not going to be enough, Jesus. Oh, I'm a funny guy. Still not enough, holy moly. It happens. As you can plainly see. I know that edge looks real messy, but once I clean it up with the grinder, it will look divine. Yes, divine. Still not enough. Jeepers creepers. Alright. Alright, in this case it was 5 times as a charm. I had to mix up a little bit just to top that off so it wouldn't have a little divot in it. And I did have a little bit of a blowout, but apparently it's already congealed. So not too bad. Oh crap. Another blowout. Alright, so yesterday I did this side. Today I'm going to do this side. You can see where the blowout came from. The stuff just somehow came down there, worked its way through the silicone down there, oozed out here, and oozed out a little crock right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. So not too bad, but more work you have to clean up. So just mix up a little bit of the powder concrete patch. It's kind of liquidy, kind of not liquidy. You can mix it as thin as you want, you can mix it as thick as you want. So, let's see how many more blowouts I'm going to have. Oh, mama, easy. Well, I don't see anything, so I guess that's good. Now I'm just going to work on filling that some more and hope it doesn't leak out this edge. It's always going to be something. Oh, the fun. Okay, I mixed up the perfect amount. So that side just has to cure a little bit. Oh, got a little bit of sinkage right there. Just happen to have a little drop right there. So while that's setting up, it'll take about 20-30 minutes to set up, and I can turn it over and do another side. I couldn't do it yesterday because I had a blowout. I just wanted it to dry up here. So while this is curing or setting up, I'm going to go work on another project. Okay, all these edges have been filled. The crack between the rock and the backer board. You see I had this blowout where it came out right here, leaked over the fish, down the rock. And I got some dribbles here and there I got to clean up. So basically some water, a brush. Some of this will come off with the brush, it's just darker gray stuff. I don't know. Oh, that one's pretty iffy. That one's got me worried. So I'm going to clean up this whole rock this weekend. My son comes over. I'm going to have him drag this outside, and I'll clean up these edges with the grinder. And this baby's ready to prep. About freaking time. Jeepers. That took a long while. Anyways, then I'll turn that into a video of how I got to the part where it's ready to prep, and then I'll turn the prep part into a video. It'll be a 2-video parter. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, hopefully that will come off with water. I filled this spot with concrete patch because I'll have to fit that in there because that was just a cave, and I want to save this little tiny thin piece of bone for that head so that it doesn't look like just a blank spot there. That would be bad. So I'll have to take this tool and clean that up, take some rock off to fit that, and then glue that into place. So that's going to be a little bit of a job. So I took off what concrete patch I could without marking up the rock, which I hope I didn't mark it up. The problem is sometimes this concrete patch, even if you get it off, leaves a mark. But while I'm doing this, I'm going to just do the whole bloody rock. I'll have to do it again later, but that's just the way it goes. Oh my God, some of that will come off, some of it won't. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Dang it. Let's see how it looks when it's dry. Oh, I don't know what kind of pencil they use, but man, it sure doesn't want to wash off. I took this air scribe, took some rock off this edge, dusted it out. This is the piece that should go there. Trying to figure out. Just like that. Oh, it's perfect. It's freaking perfect. Alright, I'm going to glue that in and wait 24 hours. Or actually, I'll wait this weekend. clean up these edges, and baby's ready for prep. Ooh, baby. And there you have it. That's how you take a fossil fish, a fairly large fossil fish, that's in 24, 25, 26 pieces. I'm not exactly sure how many pieces because some of them were only this big. But that's how I put it together and get it all ready to prep, so that I can prep it out, fix all the cracks, and hang on a wall or whatever. So hope you enjoyed that. Next week, the actual prep job and showing you the actual fish and how I fill those cracks and all that stuff. So till next week.